there. I ended up having a very rough weekend recovery-wise, and I still pushed through. Didn't do great with my meal plan, but I messaged my dietitian and said, I feel like my eating disorder is a 2-year-old having a temper tantrum, and I hope it has an attitude adjustment the next day, which would have been Friday. It's just a mix of a lot of different things, but recovery-wise, I really struggled, and I had a huge meltdown on Saturday, which is not quite like me. Like I'm an emotional person. I'm very sensitive, but I use my eating disorder to avoid my emotions, and I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying lately it's been very rare that I will have a big meltdown like that. So it was rough. It was hard. But I got through it, and you'll see later in this video that I just kind of wanted to, I guess, show some weeks are better than others, and sometimes we're more triggered than other weeks, and sometimes it's just like, wow, we've got this. Seems pretty easy, and I guess you just have to be kind of prepared for it all, because it's okay. Recovery, it's not linear, and I just really had to remind myself that this week, because I really struggled, and I just wanted to admit that. And what do I do with that? Well, I feel like I did do better, but yeah, I just wanted to say I was struggling. It's Thursday, and usually Thursdays I just kind of sit and chit-chat with you guys and let you guys know about the week. I just got done with my dietitian and my therapist appointment, so I was thinking maybe I would film later or just not chat with you guys this week, but I'm like, no. I am determined to keep things real so that you guys know that recovery isn't always pretty. It's not always easy, and I'm in that moment right now. The good news is I do feel better, like my nausea and my pain is back down to more just my baseline chronic pain, which I can deal with. But if you watch my other videos, I've mentioned because of my nausea and my pain, if you didn't see that, I have chronic pain, pelvic pain, and sometimes I have endometriosis. Sometimes it flares up and my pain can be really severe where it's really hard for me to eat. And this time my flare-up lasted a full week, which can happen. It doesn't happen every month, but it can happen. So I worked out a plan with my dietitian. She understands, and she's very understanding, and she works with me knowing that I'm in pain and it's hard for me to eat. And I was drinking mostly Boost instead of eating food. I did start to, the last few days, I ate a little bit at night for dinner instead of Boost, but I was primarily drinking Boost instead of eating food this last week, which makes me feel better physically. And that really was driven by just my pain and my endometriosis. It wasn't driven by my eating disorder, but it's hard for it not to really affect my eating disorder. So I don't know. It just got so easy, and I was just, even yesterday I was thinking, I'm starting to feel a little better. Why, with everything else going on, why can't I just drink Boost and not have to worry about a meal plan and the stress about a meal plan or eating real food? And I don't know, maybe that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but that's kind of where I was. And I love my dietitian. She is so super sweet, and but she also calls me out when I need to be called out, and she wants recovery from me. So, she was like, no, we need to get you to be eating real food again. This is not, no. So, we have a plan, and for the next few days about, during the next week, how I'm just going to incorporate real food every day. So I do have a plan, and I'm going to be incorporating real food. I know this sounds weird, like, why am I so... Okay, well, part of it is that when I'm in this much, when I had just gone through that much pain, I get like literally scared of like food, like, because I can associate it with my pain and my nausea, and so that's part of it. But then my eating disorder takes over, and I don't know, there's so much going on right now in my head, and this is when my like angsty teenager brat eating disorder self comes out, and I don't want to like be doing this. I don't want to have to worry about a meal plan. I feel like I have enough stress with everything else going on right now with quarantine and our business and my kids, and like I just want something to control, and this is what I want to control, and I just don't. I'm like really upset. Like I feel mad, not mad at my dietitian or anything like that, but I feel mad about having to like go back to a meal plan and like and have that stress. It stresses me out. I wish it didn't. I know I just need practice. I'm trying to practice this stuff and it'll get easier. I know that. And then I had my therapist after my dietitian appointment. So I just, we're just kind of telling her too, and just like, this is where I'm at. And I'm not like right now, I'm just like, okay, now I don't even want to do anything, but I can. I know I can. I know this feeling is going to be temporary. It's just my eating disorder getting really loud, and I need to do the hard stuff, even though I don't like it and I don't want to, but I'm going to. We have a meeting, just a couple hours, with our rock band coaches since we started that up. So hopefully that'll kind of just get me out of my mind right now, my brain, my thoughts. Okay. I'm not sure what the day is going to bring, but I will do what I need to do. I'm not going to like it, but I will do it. So some oatmeal, and I mix some protein powder in it. I'm trying to be positive. So the protein powder is like a birthday cake remix, like Cold Stone birthday cake remix. It's actually pretty good. I'm just really struggling to get some work done. I think I'm just going to kind of eat it as I work. Hi, I thought I would just come on and do a quick update. I've just been feeling a little off lately. I don't know. And so it was a busy day. I actually saw my dietitian today. I usually see her on Thursdays, but I saw her today. She needed to reschedule this week, so I got to see her, and that went well. I'm just feeling, I don't know, kind of in a funk, but I'm about to, like a couple minutes, go on to like a virtual like support group, and I wasn't going to do it tonight, but I'm kind of feeling down and low. I just don't really feel like, I feel like isolating, and I thought, what, if I am kind of feeling like I want to isolate, it's probably even more reason why I need to be doing the support group and like connecting with others, especially in the eating disorder recovery community. If I start to cut myself off from that, it gets harder. I know I'll feel better like seeing my friends and people I've been to treatment with, and that I feel pretty close to, and I know that I can tell them, anything, and just be in a supportive environment. So I'm really trying to just set myself up for success with recovery, even if I don't really want it right now, because I know deep inside I want all the things that come with recovery. It's just sometimes my brain is not in it. So yeah, that's honestly where I'm at. But I am really like, okay, I've got to do this. I got to like change things and do things even against what my eating disorder is telling me to do. It's just one of those times. So yeah, I'll check back later. I'm gonna go log on to my recovery group now. Seriously, I recorded for like 10 minutes and I never pushed record. So let's start this over. Boy, I had a lot to say too. I'm such a dork. Okay, here I am. It's early. I just got up. I actually slept in this shirt last night. I yeah, so I'm at Whole Foods. I just decided that I needed to get a few things. And I have my non-eating disorder therapist appointment this morning. So I thought, well, if I can go right when they open Whole Foods, I can get everything, the few things I need, and get back and still have my appointment by 9. They don't open till 8, so it's early. Right now it's like 7:50, so I have 10 more minutes. But I've been here since 7:40 talking to everyone, but not recording. So I want to be able to post things that are motivating, but I also want to be real and know that recovery isn't 100% all the time. Like sometimes you're just not feeling it. And I feel like the reality and the real like recovery that I go through, I just want everyone to know that, you know, you're not alone. Like it isn't easy sometimes. Like sometimes you just have to be scrappy and like pick yourself up and like force yourself to do things that you don't want to be doing. And I kind of have been like that this week. Last week I just said that my eating disorder was having a temper tantrum. I just wasn't having it. Like I was just really resistant to everything like that my team was telling me. I'm not resistant to them. I love them all. But I was just like, I'm just really resistant to recovery and just not feeling it. So, you know, I could have just posted that, and there's nothing wrong with that, I feel. But I feel like, what am I trying to say? There are times that the reality is that you're not feeling recovery, or that you can be resistant to recovery, and you're not all in it all the time, even if you want to be deep down. And there's times that you feel like you're doing a great job, and that can be motivating to others. And sometimes those things don't line up. Like sometimes you don't, you know, you can be in opposite ends of the spectrum. But sometimes those things can line up, and they can be, and I guess that's why I kind of hesitated and waited to post this video. I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I feel like I've been posting a lot of like in a real life, like I'm not quite in it times, and I thought, you know, let me kind of post the whole cycle that can come where I'm doing well and then I'm not, and then I can't even think about like getting back on track. And then in those moments I push myself to get back on track anyways, even if I don't want to, because I know that it's such a slippery slope that if you kind of flirt with the side of your eating disorder, it's a slippery slope. And so when I feel tempted to do that is the times I really need to just do opposite actions. Even if I'm not feeling it, it's okay if you don't feel it. It's okay if you don't want to, but you can still do opposite actions. So I am getting on the other side, and I think I had a good moment yesterday where I don't know, I kind of felt, because I was already in like a not the best mindset, that, and a lot of it had to do with non-eating disorder things, that it can be a slippery slope for me, so that I was kind of slipping on the other side. That was my eating disorder is grabbing onto. So I don't know, I feel like, and I really like try on social media and to like kind of look past or even unfollow people that are talking about, you know, diet culture or whatever. But it usually does not bother me. I think we're all, you know, you've been in treatment, you're kind of used to just that stark difference between like recovery community, like if you've been in treatment, and the kind of just reality of how society is. So I don't know why last week it really was bothering me. I kind of felt like the bratty teenager. Yeah, my 2-year-old bratty tantrum eating disorder kind of grew up into a teenager. And I just felt like everyone else has all these choices. Everyone else can like choose to be like sucked into this diet culture during quarantine and be posting about it and be bragging about it. Like, I made healthy choices, blah, blah, blah. I won't get into all the details. You guys know what they are. And so I was just feeling like I had no choices. Like, okay, I can't. And it's not the first time I've posed this to my team, so I know what the answers are, but it was good that I had my dietitian appointment early, because she just said, Miss Ryan, you do have choices. She said, you do have choices. It is your choice. You can choose. You are in control. And also, there must be a reason why you are choosing to continue to see me and your therapist and doctor and trust in our advice, because there must be some part of you who is choosing recovery. Otherwise, you would choose not to. And I can go into the reasons. I'm just going to stop there because my mind can go to a lot of different places with that. But what I'm holding on to is, yes, I do have choices. And yes, there is a reason why not only do I see my outpatient team and I am so connected with them, but I am so honest with them, like super honest. I'm telling myself, like, inside voices, keep that in your head. And it just comes out like everything. I'm so honest with my team. So there's a reason, like, I wouldn't be honest with them if not even just a part of me wants recovery. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, even just a speck of you wants recovery, that's enough to start with. Even when you're like I said, I want to kind of get this whole cycle of, I was really down and really not feeling it, and now I feel hope. Am I 100% like, woohoo, recovery? Not today. But I would say that I'm somewhere in the middle, and I have already started the day correctly. I've done what I'm supposed to do. I'm starting it out well. I've had breakfast, all of that stuff. So, and now I'm at Whole Foods to pick up some things for my meal plan. So, I mean, like, I am doing it anyways, opposite actions. I'm not 100% feeling like these actions, but I'm doing them anyways. And I at least have a little bit of hope to hold on to, that I do want recovery. I want everything that goes with recovery. And I'm focusing on those things. And I also, I guess, realize I do have choices. And when I'm realizing it's my choice, then I need to be responsible and make the right choice, the choice that I know is right. Because my eating disorder doesn't get me far in life. And I have way too much stuff to do right now, even though it's quarantine. I have a business to keep up. Guys, owning business is not this big glamorous thing that it might seem like. Having this life of like luxury while your little minions are hard at work. It's not that way. I'm the minion hard at work. I am the one. My husband and I are the ones who are like up all night doing things to make sure that this business runs and that our employees still can get paid and have their benefits, and like that's what we want. And when I'm deep in my eating disorder, I can't even concentrate enough to even make decisions on our business. So I have to be, and that puts a lot more on the rest of like my husband. It puts a lot more on our managers. I have to, I want to be in it right now. Like I'm needed. And anyways, they open in like 1 minute. So I think by the time I get over there, put my gloves and my mask on, I think they'll be open. So yes, I will talk to you guys later.